Whoa, what's good with it? Hey, I got a legit reason why it took me so long to make this Spider-Man No Way Home video. It's because I refuse to get trolled by Spider-Man No Way Home. Since we had an actual title, let's go ahead and get the introduction and get to diving into this Spider-Man No Way Home. Let's do this.
Whoa, what's good with your YouTube and YouTube busters? Your boy Triple Cup Chuck and I'm up. And appreciate you for coming rock with me, like, sharing, and subscribing. And if you have an opinion about the situation that's going on, leave a comment below. I'm gonna read it. Because when you comment, our collective minds put together, we bring synergy. This how we starting the video off?
Double cup, feel it right. Told Chuck, I feel like every night is all night.
Hey, now since the introduction's out the way, let's go ahead and debunk a couple debunks. One of them is one of my theories was Home Alone, right? So I like the way they try to bring in Home Alone, and it was like, well, copyright infringement, and they did that one for the ET one that Phone Home, where it was another copyright type of thing. So I like the whole concept of they hear the fans, because I thought I was one of the first people that came out and say, hey, the next Spider-Man is going to be Spider-Man Home Alone, because he's gonna be home alone against all these different villains and stuff like that. But and it's gonna be set around Christmas time, so that's why that was my prediction. Even though Spider-Man Home Worlds was really hitting hard into the community, but that wasn't my prediction. You know, I stuck to my guns. I mean, you can go back to the videos I did years ago when Spider-Man 2 came out. I was predicting the next one was gonna be, we all knew it was gonna be home. I was like, Home Alone. But anyway, that's enough of me bragging on me. But appreciate y'all for coming rock with me about this here. Because Spider-Man No Way Home, well, that's the whole concept of it could be multiple meanings. And I'm like, okay, what could be a multiple meaning? Well, No Way Home is you is like in multiple realities and can't come back. But that's when, like, looking at the chalkboard again, they kind of debunk some of the you out in other realities, because they had one that said Home Alone, not Home Alone, they had one that said Home Sweet Home, and they had one going trying to get back home, and that was like, well, no, we already there. So they kind of debunked that fact there. So it had to be more literal, right? And that mean he can't, it's no way home, like it's no road to back to his house, because of he, you know, back to his normal, his usual, right? So he can't go back to his usual because people know who Spider-Man is now. So Peter Parker, his secret identity has been exposed. Now you can't put that in a box. So that's like putting what it is, toothpaste, right? You know, toothpaste, when you try to brush your teeth, if you got some extra toothpaste you have squeezed out, you can't put it back in, because once it comes out, you know, then it's out. So that's what it's gonna be. Let's just call it toothpaste. But right now, I was under the impression, like, when I first seen him come out and he was like Phone Home, and I was like, that don't sound like, that's cool, but I don't think that sound right, because there's too much ET. So when I was like, okay, and then they came back and they were doing these other trolls and stuff like that. One of them was Home Wrecker. Now I heard Home Wrecker, and I was like, you know what? They trolling. So I sat back and I was like, I'm not gonna jump the gun like some of these other YouTubers. I want to sit back and make sure this is something I want to talk about first of all, and something that's exciting for that y'all want to hear about. Then I came to the realization that they trolling because they starting to change, because this world is starting to it's not going back to what it used to be. This is a new day in the era. So what you're seeing is new ways of marketing to catch people's attention, to make them actually want to pay attention to what's going on. That's the new marketing strategy that more people starting to lean toward, because we're moving into the future. We can't go back to the past, right? So this is the type of marketing strategy they're going with. So when you see Tom Holland's now, and he was like, oh, you is a person that sparred things, and he said, when I ever sparred stuff, and they show how he sparred and how they breaking the fourth wall inside of commercials now, and how they promoting breaking the fourth wall, letting us know that they hear us. Like they were showing a lot of talking about everybody that was on the Home World hype train. You know what I'm saying? I want to know if you was one of the people that was on the Home World hype train. But how they were saying boring, I was like, okay, I like the fact that they saying that, because it's too easy to catch on to it. They need something that have something with a different finesse to it, where you really won't know the exact meaning of it until you actually get into the story and find out the exact meaning of it. So that's going to be one of those types of things. But I think that the multiverse is not going to hold that big of a role in Spider-Man, but I think it's going to have like a beginning in a mid sequence upon it, but then they're gonna get back to their roots of what's actually going on. I think it's gonna be Peter Parker trying to clear his name. So I think the majority of the movie is gonna be based on that. So there's no way he can go back home or no way go back to his usual. That's more like what I think it means, like no way to go back to his usual of what he used to do because he'd entered in a different stage of life. So that's my opinion about the No Way Home Spider-Man, and I appreciate everybody coming rock with me because it have a lot of different ups and downs about it because it kind of sound boring, but Far Away From Home did too until it just kind of grew on us. So this is another kind of corky, darky name that it ain't the greatest, but at the same time, it's one of the ones I don't think many people would have even guessed or even look in that direction. So kudos to them. And I heard this is supposed to be Tom Holland's last movie, so hopefully this is gonna be a blast because his brother's supposed to be in the movie, and he's gonna be he's supposed to be having a small cameo, but who knows what they're gonna do because the way the MCU and Sony is starting to pick up on this too is the way you carry yourself and the way you do things. It actually have a bigger sway on the people because you can go to the old Fox universe and people fall in and out. You got your good movies and you got your okay movies and you got your movies that you wish you would have never seen. So when they're trying to get off of that because it's all about your reputation of what you're doing and how many people you're doing it for and how big it's trying to grow to expand the universe. And Marvel has a reputation to uphold, so Sony have to live up to the standards, especially now that WandaVision out. And I was like, man, only in Marvel 1 through 4 I was watching it, and 1, 2, 3, then by the time I got to the 4th one and it just like boom, and now it's like damn, they went whole MCU on me. Man, I ain't trying to talk about WandaVision, but everybody know this is that WandaVision moment right now that they going through. So we're gonna keep the multiverse alive because I think that WandaVision might crack the multiverse or shadow it, and Doctor Strange is gonna clean it up. But ultimately, Spider-Man is gonna be a Spider-Man movie about him in his own little universe. But they're gonna put parts in there, but they're not gonna make that the main thing. They're gonna in and out WandaVision to Spider-Man and hit hard into Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Spider-Man, we might have some of these essence, but I don't, right now I went back to the fact of I don't think they clearly gonna go off of this because of they gotta keep their Sony movies inside of Sony and the MCU movies gotta stay inside the MCU. You can't have a WandaVision that leads to Spider-Man, and if you miss Spider-Man, it don't go into Doctor Strange because it have to still go from WandaVision to Doctor Strange because them the real MCU movies, and Spider-Man is like a guest from the outside. That's why if you got Disney Plus, you'll go look in them and you'll notice when they show Spider-Man, when they show all the different Marvel movies and all the movies, Spider-Man is not in those movies, but they do have some animated Spider-Man good animated shows that's on there that's pretty damn good, but they don't have them a part of the core MCU. And if they change that in the future, leave a comment and say, hey, this is past tense now, because at this moment they don't have it in that fashion. They just got the core MCU movies, so I don't see them putting Spider-Man to have a key turning point in the MCU because of that one key factor that is still a Sony product right now. Well, this your boy Triple Cup Chuck, and I'm out. Remember, I don't do this for me, I do this for we. So like, share, subscribe, man. Hit that like button and put this out there because I'm tired of seeing other YouTubers blang and they ain't really got no blang with them. You know what I'm saying? Charisma is got to be key. You know what I'm talking about? All that. You got to be entertained when you fuck with your boy Triple Cup Chuck, man. But anyway, though, man, I like you man, appreciate it. And I like the fact that we out here doing it all the way to the end, man. You know we going to get it up. Well, I'm out. Later. Peace. Till next time. Fuck with me.
Alright, so?
Gave us a fake name again.
Again.
Not shocked.
Dang.
Yeah. I just don't understand why he keeps doing this.
You don't understand?
Really?
I feel like it's pretty obvious to just spoil things.
I don't spoil things.
Your thing
Name
is
me
to
one
spoil.
thing that I've actually spoiled.
The last movie title, I think.
Welcome back, everyone.